Good morning. This is Fat Puppy, and I'm on my way to work. And excuse me, it doesn't make for the best optics, but I have my camera sort of resting on my steering wheel, and hopefully it won't be too bumpy of a ride for you. And so anyway, I've been meaning to do this for a while, this video, but I just can't seem to find the time. I meant to do it a couple days ago when I was off work. But I ran into some complications and something that I had to take care of. And now I'm on a curve, which is why this may look kind of sideways. Let's get you straightened back up here. There we go. Anyway, so I ran some complications, and it took the rest of my day to fix those complications. So I couldn't make the video then. So let's set all that aside. I'm making it now, and hopefully it'll be a decent video. What I'm talking about today is the chick tracts. Now, growing up, as a teenager particularly, these are tracts I consumed. They're Christian tracts, comic books. The little comic books with the little drawings, and they're pretty neat to look at, to read, and my favorite kind of tract probably would be those if they've got the right information in them. The problem is, with some of his tracts, they did not have the right information in them. I haven't gone back and looked over his gospel tracts, but I think those were probably the best ones. But he had several anti-Catholic tracts. Well, as you know, I am a Catholic, and I did not become a Catholic as a knee-jerk reaction. It was after years and years of study and answering my own objections, of which I had many. Of course, if you watch my videos, you know I found those objections to be straw man arguments, largely based in fiction, as are the Jack Chick tracts that are out there, particularly the anti-Catholic tracts. Now, he got a lot of his information, so he says, from a ex-priest named Alberto Rivera. Do a little research on Alberto Rivera, and it turns out he was never a priest. He claimed to be a bishop. He was never a bishop. Actually, he was a man who had some mental issues, and I'm not, saying that people with mental issues can't do what they need to do. Obviously, they can. They function very well in society. But his were more severe than that, and he had been locked up several times, or at least accused of swindling, among other things. His statements about how certain things happened could not have happened according to the dates when he said they were. Basically, it appears like he just made up a lot of stuff, and Jack Chick, it fit his anti-Catholic bias. Another big source of information for Mr. Chick for these tracts was Albert Hislop's book, The Two Babylons. Now, I used to have that book. My dad had that book, and it was a staple on my shelf. Basically, The Two Babylons, written in the 1850s, Hislop was a bit of an amateur archaeologist. So he makes a lot of claims based on archaeology. The problem with that is that a lot of it was just unsubstantiated, made up. When he come out with the book, archaeologists at that time, in the 1850s, said that this is very sloppy work. There are things in here that's not what it says, that's not what it means, and they just slam dunk discredited his book. And so much so that years and years later, I'm on another bit of a curve here. Hopefully it doesn't mess you up. Take your Carsick medicine if you need to. But anyway, another gentleman wrote a book largely based on Hislop's book. But then when he read the stuff, the debunked that book, he rescinded his book, brought it out of print. He said, I'm still not a Catholic. I still have my things against the Catholic Church, but I like for my arguments to have a little more concrete basis. So he withdrew his book, of which he was making plenty of money on those books. Well, I got to say is kudos to his truthfulness, his honesty. I'm getting sunshine on my face now from the mirror. Whew, goodness. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off and get back to you in a second. Okay, so I had to pull off to finish this video. Apparently, recording in the early morning when the sunshine is coming in all your windows is it's not a wise thing to do. Anyway, so so these Jack Chick tracts, and actually that book too, because I read part of it, is probably what caused me the most anti-Catholic fervor that I had. Now, granted, the churches that I attended, they preached against Catholicism, and they were wrong. And then, because I'm a person who studies things, I studied against anti-Catholic. I studied against that religion, that faith, and I would study stuff that supported what I already knew or thought I knew. And so my recommendation, ignore that stuff. And you know what? I hate to say stuff like this, but I hope God has mercy on Jack Chick. Jack Chick lied to support what he already believed. Now, I don't know that he knows he lied, or if just like most of us do, or that I know I did, he just read what supported what he already believed and didn't go anywhere else looking for anything to possibly come up with the truth. He had a track out. I believe he had a track out called Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. Well, you know what? That applies to him too. He lied about the Catholic faith. And may God have mercy on his soul. Hey, y'all have a good and blessed day.